So the number of unhealthy air days jumped from 110 to 147. Dr. Taylor's pitch: ditch the endless talk and start taking real action, treating and planting indigenous shrubs on the worst dust-emitting land right now. Okay, Friday, the contributors, Doug and Jamie Baker. Doug, something doesn't pass the smell test. AQMD says no biggie, but Eisenhower's ringing the alarm. Where's the disconnect?
I think members of the AQMD don't live here. I believe Eisenhower, and I believe the records that show more than a double increase in people being admitted for respiratory problems. And we don't have to go far from wherever we live to see the flying dust and sand on many, many days of the month.
What do you think, Jamie?
Well, we live in La Quinta and I work in Palm Desert. As soon as I turn left on Fred Waring and head towards Palm Desert, my nose starts running. Like yesterday, I was sneezing up a storm. I'm not even sick. It's the dust. The dust. It's there. It's bad.
Dr. Taylor's all about action. He talked about indigenous shrubs, but somebody's got to pay for that. All right, Jamie, who's going to pay for that?
What about Indian casinos? Can they help out a little bit? I don't know. There's money to be found. We know that a lot of people have been stealing money, so there's money to be found.
Doug?
Yeah, I say whoever owns the land pays for making sure it doesn't blow in our face.
Since the dust problem is viewed as a threat to major outdoor events like Coachella and the tennis tournament, how much pressure should these events be able to use to push for fast fixes to the dust? What do you think, Doug? Should they push?
Well, sure they should, but the fact that we don't know that they're pushing tells me in a way maybe there's not a problem that bothers them yet, because I don't see them fighting to make change.
All right. Here in the Valley, the problem may be dust, but if you follow the country of Latvia, and who doesn't? They're known for having tons of stunning educated women. They're dealing with a massive man drought because men are dying way younger, sometimes 11 years earlier than women. So here's the bizarre solution. Single, smart women are left with no choice but to use services to hire a husband for an hour. Don't worry. It's strictly business, whatever that means. For just a few euros, they can call in a handyman to do all those typical husband jobs, fixing leaky taps, assembling furniture, no awkward dating required. Look at her. The reason for the shortage comes down to a macho culture that encourages risky behavior like heavy drinking, leading to higher male mortality and suicide rates. All right, Jamie, kind of sexist or pretty damn genius? What do you think?
Neither, but they're dying faster because they're drinking, heavy drinkers. I mean, you don't take care of yourself, you're going to die. But I mean, if you want to borrow Doug or hire him, you're not going to get much done in an hour. And he can't even close the jar lid right.
Okay. So, Doug, what do you think of the story? And then what do you think of that?
Well, it's not a big deal. Over here, we have the same service. We just call it hiring a handyman. That's really the same thing.
Yeah.
At first, when I said they're going to hire a man for an hour, I'm thinking, well, there's some very optimistic women over there. Then I realized it was just a handyman service. No big deal.
So how do you think hire a husband would work out in the U.S., Doug?
It would not. I mean, it's sexist. It is. It wouldn't work here. And besides, women work just as hard at just as many things as we men. You don't need to hire a man. Women can do it.
Jamie?
Yeah, women are far stronger, far smarter, and we're more resilient. And I'm pretty good around the house. I do all the techie stuff around here. So
you do all the heavy lifting?
I do, yeah. He can't lift anything. He can't.
But don't you wonder about the women of Latvia? If men are, they're 80% of the suicides are men. They drink themselves into an early grave. They're surrounded by all these beautiful women, and yet they don't want to live.
I think it's a fair point. I think it's food for thought. I'll tell you that. Mm-hmm. From Latvia to Japan and back to America. It's an international show today, but it brings us to some good news for American foodies. Have you heard about this? 7-Eleven is finally rolling out their cult favorite Japanese-style egg salad sandwich, the famous Tamago Sando, in the U.S. stores after it went viral. But is it really a must-have? Let's take it to Roggin Report Court. So here's what we did. We sent Photog James out to find this storied sandwich, and this is what he had to say.
Wow. No wonder why it's viral. This is pretty delicious. Thank you, 7-Eleven.
You know, he said viral. I thought he was going to say it gave me a virus. Anyway, that's a strong recommendation. So the sandwich is made with that soft milk bread called shokupan and a rich, creamy egg salad made with real Kewpie mayonnaise, which is much more savory and yolk-heavy than our regular mayo. They're making this move to seriously step up their ready-to-eat food game here, so you can experience a taste of Japan or convenience store magic without buying a plane ticket. Okay, so here's what we did. We were thinking about doing this morning. I ran into Jamie. I said, Jamie, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven. I'm going to see if they have these sandwiches. If they have the sandwiches, I'm going to call you. You tell Doug to go buy you 2. But before I could tell anybody to go to 7-Eleven, Jamie sent Doug, and he bought 6 sandwiches. So we all have one. We've been saving them all day. This is the rage. This is it. This is what everybody is talking about. We will now all sample it at the exact same. Jamie, what are you doing?
Well, I'm looking at it.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to sample it at the exact same time. Everybody, first reaction. Here we go. Go.
This is really good. It's really good.
Jamie?
It ain't that good.
What do you mean it's not that good? Everybody thinks it's great.
Well, good for them. They can have mine because.
What do you
What's
think's
the
wrong with
rave? Okay, the bread is soft, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's gooey. It lacks a flavor. It needs a little bit of a.
No, I don't think it's bad at all. Doug?
I'm enjoying it.
It's a little smoother than normal egg salad. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
It is. The bread is very, very fluffy.
Yeah.
A joy to bite into.
I mean, if you went to 7-Eleven and bought one of those turkey sandwiches that have been there for a week, if you bit into the bread, you'd break your teeth. This is just very smooth, Jamie. Very smooth. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have
Is
a
it
problem
just
because
cultural
it's,
jealousy, Jamie?
that's what I was going to say. You have a problem because it's Japanese style egg salad, Jamie? Is that what it is?
Okay. No offense to Japanese people. I know y'all have really good food. I love sushi and all, but Korea, we have egg sandwich too. And Korean egg salad sandwich actually has like chunks of potatoes, chunks of celery, so there's like the crunchy factor and a little bit of a salt and pepper. This is kind of bland.
All right, look.
I don't know.
In Korea, you ever have that kimchi? It'll put hair right on your chest, Jamie.
Kimchi is not as bad as you make it sound like. There's like not spicy kimchi. There's all like hundreds of thousands of different kinds of kimchi.
I've been to Korea. I beg to differ. I've had kimchi, and it's very spicy.
Well, somebody took it to the wrong place.
All right.
Is there kimchi that doesn't smell?
No, all right. It did not smell. All right, we have to go. Kevin is screaming at me.